Hi everyone, thank you for coming back for another tutorial, and I'm going to do today a mini album. Usually I don't do them very small, but this is going to be a faster project, a smaller project using the new collection by Stamperia, Casa Granada. They sent me one paper pad, and it's really beautiful, and it has 10 sheets plus the front and the back with added elements on the cover and cutouts here. So this is really fun. It has a page with tags and calendar page, and 1, 2, 3. This is cards. 4, 5, 6, 7 sheets of pattern paper. So it's enough to make a small album. Yeah, kind of doing a break from the big ones. So I'm going to use only 3 colors of solid cardstock, and I picked like a vanilla color, or off-white, something like that will go good. Green, and this pinkish color, like pinkish reddish, rosish, that matches the collection. I'm also going to be using 2 rice paper sheets, these 2. So these will go on the cover. And they sent me a package of the clear die cuts. I don't know if I'll use it or not. We'll see. This will be like an extra one that's for embellishment. And I took this mold. It's an A5 mold, and I already prepared some with air dry clay. I made some yesterday, some impressions, some casts with the air dry mold. So here I just made a few, and I will be integrated them into the album as embellishment. So the embellishment parts, obviously, it is your prerogative. You can use it or not. It's up to you. Okay, so let's begin. And it's going to be different this time, the way that I will demonstrate the album, because I haven't cut anything yet. So the first thing that I want to do with you is cut the paper pad. And because we're only using one paper pad, I'm cutting different. All right, so let's take my cutting board and take the pages apart. So this page, you're gonna fussy cut around all these elements, and you're gonna take out the 2 borders. Okay, so the first thing, we'll take out those 2 borders. Or if you want, alternately, we can use the images here to make tags with, but we already have a page just with tags, so I feel like it's not really necessary, and I prefer to do the borders. So we'll do this. And I'm going to just see where the line ends, and I'm going to make a straight line here, and I can use that for something. And the same thing here. I'll take this out and just make sure you don't go over this pattern over here. Okay, maybe it's a little crooked, so probably won't be using this one. Okay, and all the pieces that I'm cutting, I'm putting it aside for now. Let me see if I can make this one a little higher, so you will have more view of the table here. Okay. All right. The next pages are in the back, so this will be fussy cut. That's the back cover. Let's take these borders out. I'm going to, for now, cut it here. I might split it later on. I don't know. But for now, we can just cut it right there. So what I'm doing is I'm dividing the pages to what I need. You know, and after I'm dividing everything, then I can decide what I want to do with it now. This is really lovely pattern, but here I have tags. So I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to use tags or if I want to use patterns. You know, this is like the prettiest pattern on this page. Ultimately, when this collection will come out, I think there is a separate sheet for tags. So, you know, what I'm probably going to do is maybe use this one and take an extra sheet for the tags. So I'm going to use this side. Okay. Maybe do half and half, you know, compromise. We don't need to use all the tags, right? We can use half. So how about I'll cut it here. This is only 5. Oh, sorry. This is going to be 6 and 6 is right here. So we're compromising. I'm going to do half of this. I'm going to use the pattern, and half of it I'm going to use for the tags. So which ones I want to use for the tags? I want to use this one for the tags. This one for the pattern. I'm going to cut it at 6 and 6. So I have 2 sheets here of 6 by 6. Okay, and these I'm going to fussy cut. So everything that I'm going to fussy cut, I'm going to put aside. Okay. So, this is the calendar page, and the calendar I'm going to cut out. I have a special day here. I want this out. So this thing will be cut into 3. I'm going to take it over here, right there, and cut this one to 3. Let me see if I can do 3 even parts. Not really. So we'll do 3 from this side and 3 from this side, and this will be 6 here. Okay. So all my parts, I'm going to look for a little tray or something to put everything in it. Okay, here I have a little tray. All of my pieces, I'm just going to put into the tray so I won't lose it. Okay. And then I have all these small little pieces, and I'll make an album with that. Okay, over here, you can decide if you want to use this part or the other part. And I think I prefer to use this this side. So let's cut first of all the border. Take this border out. I'm going to take these 2 borders out. And I don't know if I want to separate them yet. So for now, I'm going to keep the header with the month name on it. And I might decide to separate them later on. Don't know yet. Depends on what I'm going to do. So for now, I'm just going to cut this like that. And all the little pieces I'm saving, even these. I'm saving everything. Okay. And there's this. Okay. I put this down here. All right, this page, I have those two elements, and I want this one here. That's going to be 6 by 6. So I'm going to trim this border here. And this one. Okay. Yeah, I might leave half of it here. I don't know. So let's see. Over here it's going to be maybe 5 and 5. How many I have left? I have, just going to measure what I have left here. I have 10. So let's do 5 and 5. Okay. I didn't cut it all the way. I just cut it about halfway. Over here I need to do 6. So this will be 5 by 6. That's a 5 by 6 here. And this one, I'm going to take the bottom out. I'm going to take it about, put it here at where it's 10 and a half. So 10 and a half inches from the top. That leaves me 1.5 here. Okay. And now this one I want to cut at 6 inches. Okay, let's see, 6 inches will be over here. Okay, so 6 by 5 for the teapot. Okay. Now I'm left with this piece. So I'm going to take this one out and leave this one here, right? I think I have 6 here, yes. So here are my two pieces. I might trim that one later off. I don't know. But for now, these are my two pieces here. Okay. The next page. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet, but let's just trim it by 6 by 6. Or we can take this out here. And I have the floral here again. Okay, so I'm going to cut it 6 by 6 because my album is going to be 6 by 6 album. So maybe I'll do, actually, no, I will do maybe 5 3/4. Where does this end here? 4 1/2. This is 4 1/2. Okay, let's do here 4 1/2 here. By 6. I have 4 1/2 by 6 on these two. Here I have 7 1/2 left. We can do 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. No, 3 1/4 here, 4 1/4 here. 3 1/4 here, 4 1/4 here, and we'll do 6 and 6. Okay. Woohoo. Okay. All right, I just want to show you how we cut this page again. Like that. Okay. Let's do it this way so you'll see it clearly. So that's our page here. All right. So we first cut it over here at 4 1/4. Over here it's 7 1/2. So I have 3 1/4 here. And over here at 12. Right. So this one is 4 1/2. So I have two pieces that are 4 1/2 by 6, two pieces that are 4 1/4 by 6, and two pieces that are 3 1/4 by 6. Okay. Now this one. Okay. So this is kind of interesting, and what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to might want to retain or maintain this page in its entirety because I like that circle. So I'm going to cut this to 4 pieces 6 by 6. Okay, I have 4 pieces 6 by 6. All right, the card page, I'm just going to maintain that and cut the cards out. I always take the white borders out, but I'm going to keep it. I might want to do something else with it. Not sure. So we took one border out from here. We'll take the other border out from here. No, we'll do the sides now. And the reason I'm cutting it this way because I want to keep as long as possible. But I won't need 6 by 6. I might need 5 3/4 for my purposes because my page is 6 by 6. So I'll do this side. I'm going to do this side now. I'm just going to go around in a circle. That. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but for now I'm keeping it. Okay. I don't throw anything out for now. The middle. One, two, and 1, 2. After I have all of my parts cut out, I will plan my album. And then when we come back afterwards, we're just going to put it together. But I did want to get all of me cutting the pages on video so it will be easier for you. You can just go ahead and follow and do exactly what I did. Okay, this is another page that I have to decide what I want to do now. Over here, there are some really fun elements. We can do a lot with that, or we can keep this. And I think I might want to keep this page here. So I'm going to trim it. I want to take this part out here, and this part in the middle, and this out. Let's take, okay. I'm going to cut it. You see where the leaves here come down a little bit there. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to trim it. Try to show you where I want it. Over here along this line right there. Right there. Where the squiggly border ends. Okay, so also the two sides of those swigglies have a lighter shade of the color. I'm going to trim it on the outside border, not inside. Okay. Over here on this one, this side, because I want to maintain the two lines here. Okay, here we go, like that. You can see. Okay, so over here I can take this and do 6 by 6. The reason I know to do 6 by 6, if my album is 6 by 6, my paper is never going to be longer than 6 by 6. you know, unless if I want to do this, wrap it around the cover, but I don't do any wrapping around, so I'm just gonna cut it in half, and I have two pieces. Okay, now this element here, I'm gonna turn it around this way so that I can measure 6 inches. And again, over here, I don't need 6, maybe I'll do 5 3/4. Let's do 5 3/4 here. All right. I'm going to do 5 3/4 from this side. 5 3/4 from this side. That gives me this one here. Okay. And I'm going to cut this one. I don't know if I want to do 6 by 6 because I have all these plates that I don't want to cut them in the middle. So I'm going to cut over here this element and the borders. So let's take the border out. This beautiful tile here. I can always put it anywhere I want. And 6 inches. Okay, and over here, right where it ends, right there, take this out. And 6 inches. Actually, we'll do less because there is a brown line here. I'm just going to cut it here where the brown line is, which is 5 3/4. Then I have this piece left. Okay, next. Next we have this page with the center and all these squares around it. So yeah, I want to take those squares out. And there's a green border. We don't really need the green border, so we'll do the same thing as we did with the cards page. Then I have this one, but I really like the pictures here. So let's take this out, and I'm going to go around in a circle. Take this out. And this. And so I'm cutting this here. Over here on this side it's green, but on the other side it has the pattern. See? I can use it either side. All right, and now I'm just going to cut around the squares. Okay. And now this one, I don't need it bigger than 6 by 6, and this is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I'm looking at this to see what can I take out. And obviously I can take this out, you know, and this here, and maintain this image for the 6 by 6. Okay. If I take this out here, it's 5 3/4 from this end, 5 3/4. I'll take this out. I have this one here. And from this side, 5 3/4. I'm just going to turn it over this way. It's thick. I have a little bit of white left there, which I don't really need. And the brown. Okay, so I took this out. This I can leave here. I don't know. It doesn't bother me here. I might take it out later. I don't know. But 5 3/4 from here. And I took this out. So now I have this image. And I may or may not remove this. I don't know. But for now, I'm leaving it there. Okay. Now with these, what I'm going to do, okay, I want to try one and see how it will come out. But this, obviously, I'm going to put over something else. So I want to do, let's take the scissors that are scalloped. And I really need new ones. So I'm going to cut those images and give them a little scalloped edges. Like that. Okay. I'm going to do that to all of them. All of these little squares. Okay. All right. Take this out. Two more pages left. Okay, so we have this one. I have this one with the cups here and this pattern here, which is really pretty also. So how about I'll do again half and half here. So let's take the cups out. Is 3.5 inches. 3 3/4. 3 3/4 will bring me to here. And I can take this border out. So I have 2 3/4 or something like that. I removed it where the brown line is. Let me show you. Okay. So I'll cut this half, 6 by 6. And look, the back side is the same. And over here, well, if I cut it in 6, I'm going to cut the cup right in the middle, which I don't want to do. I can always cut it in a diagonal, which will be really interesting. Maybe we'll do a diagonal over here. So I just went along the line of where the cups are. See? Do a little diagonal here. And this one I'm going to do straight. 2.5. So I have a diagonal there. Okay. And this one I might fussy cut around here. I don't know, but we can do that. We don't need all of them. Let's fussy cut it. Take my knife. Just cut right around the cup like that. And we can take this little piece out too. Okay, so this is one of my pieces here, like that. And the other one, I'm going to trim around like that. So I cut this one like that here. And I don't know if I'm gonna leave this one like that or not, but for now I'm gonna put it aside here. Okay, this page, I'm gonna use this one here. Let's go to 5 3/4. And I'm going to cut this one at 4, 4, 4, and 4. So I have 3 identical 4 by 5 3/4. And then we have this. Cut it at 6. So I have these 2. And the last one. Look how pretty this one is. So I have the image of the window, which I'm going to have at on the cover is the rice paper. So I'm going to cut this one at the center. It's 6 by 6, like that. 2 parts. My window is, if I put this here, it's longer than 6 by 6, so I can't really use it. The window here might be a little smaller. I don't know. No, it's the same size. It's the same size. It's 7 inches. Okay. So I'm gonna do this one on the other side because over here I have the rice paper that I'll use the same image. I'm gonna be using this here. But you know what? Over here I have the basket. I want to use the basket, and I have this piece here. Decisions. Okay. So let's do this. Let's cut this piece out because I can use this here. It's really pretty. I'll take this border out. And I'm left with 8, so we'll do 4 and 4. Okay, so I'm left with 4 by 6. 2 4 by 6s. Okay, this one, I'm going to cut this out here. I like this element also. If I do 5, 4 3/4. I'm trying to think if I want to cut around it. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to cut around the basket, and I'm going to start 1 2 3 4 at 5 inches. Just very simple. Okay. I'll put it here for you so that you can see up close. Where I drew the line, and I just cut it around like that. Okay, doesn't have to be exact, but okay, so this will be in one page, and I can always go ahead and fussy cut around this if I want. I don't know, but for now, this is one section, and the second one, this one, let's trim this out, and we'll have this section right there. So I'm putting this here at the 6 inches, a little more, a little less, and I'm going to trim it around the border, trim the border out there. So, okay, and I'm left with this. So I can use it this side, I can use it on that side. You know, I can cut it in 2 parts and use some of it, some this, some that, like that. I don't know, but we'll leave it for now here. And that's it. That's all our cuts. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare all of my pieces. I'm going to cut these out, fussy cut them. And when I'm done with cutting all of my pieces, what I'm going to do is also ink the edges. And for that, I'm taking brown ink. No, you can. I like using the distress ink. I have my pack here, and I'm taking my dabber, and I'm going to cover the edges off, take all the white out so you don't see the core of the paper, and it also gives it a little bit more of a vintage look. Okay. So I'm going to do it now like that, but I don't want you to go ahead after you cut it. I don't want you to do it yet. When you do your album following my tutorial, when I come back and I'll put the pages together and show you the pieces that I'm using, then you can go ahead and ink them. This is, I think it's going to be maybe better because I might go in and adjust measurements or cut more pieces out. I don't know. These are the base parts that I have. So, you know, when I come back, and I will let you know what parts I cut out. I think so. I don't know. But I might make a note of that. Okay. So, all right. So for now, this is it, and we'll come back and we'll put the album together. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.